So in essence, you've synthesised the worldwide literature without cherry picking on this really important question. So on that basis, with this really rigorous and comprehensive evidence, what would you say the main findings of this review are? And, what's the key take-home message?
Yeah, I think if we look at, the literature is pretty consistent that there's a significant severe impact on children and adolescents when it comes to mental health. And one of the sort of biggest reviews that did a pooled meta-analysis that's pulling the studies together suggested worsening of behavior or any psychological symptoms occurred in about 8 in 10 children. Now that's quite significant. And the evidence shows, why did that occur? There are probably a couple of reasons that are really important in this. One is COVID fear and anxiety. And then the second issue is also social isolation. That came because of restrictive measures. At one point, I think there was something like 150 countries had closed schools. Some countries closed them for 2 or more months. Some have been a year. So those two features are really important. What they also show is very high rates in the restrictive phases of the important conditions. Anxiety, 1 in 3 children and adolescents. Depression, maybe about 4 in 10. A couple of features that were interesting in the data as well and worth noting, that older adolescents seem to fare worse than younger children. And I think we can discuss why that might be. Second is females did slightly worse than males. And also that there were a couple of things that were really interested in what we call protective issues. And those protective issues were social connectedness, complete opposite of social isolation, and what we call pro-social behaviors. The idea that you do something for the people around you protects you and your mental health. Just simple things like opening a door, which we do on a daily basis, makes us feel good about the world. And so altruistic behaviors can have an important effect on reducing our mental health behaviors. And so I think this is a report that actually shows there's a severe impact. There are some limitations in the evidence that I think we can discuss, but I think it's worth stopping there and saying that's where we are in terms of the severe impact of restrictive phases in the pandemic.